This is day one of me documenting my journey of taking my startup from a valuation of £0 all the way to a valuation of £1 million as a 22-year-old with no investors and with no external funding. Let's get into it. If you're here, then you're like me. You're one of us. You're on the hustler side of YouTube. This is the nitty-gritty where I share every single pain, burden, victory, failure, just the whole experience of taking this startup business to the next level and showing you guys that it's very much possible. Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel. This is Miles, aka Miles in Motion, aka Money Making Miles, aka Miles Above Odds. You already know. Here, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you comment. My business is called Eve Works. Now the reason we're called Eve is because I'm trying to push the boundaries of what it means to have a website and what web design really is. And this will all be accredited to my designers, but I'm really trying to be out of the box with what we create and what we provide. How am I going to do that as a new startup owner? I'm putting my dignity on the line with every business that I work with. And that's how I'm going to move forward. It's 2024. And what does that mean? 2024 means the opportunities are endless. It's like the opportunities are like the amount of fish in the sea. The sea is massive and the fish are countless. We don't know half of the fish that even exist in the sea. We don't know half of the opportunities that are out there waiting for us, waiting to be touched, waiting to be harnessed, waiting to be utilized by yourself and by myself as well, which is why I've taken this opportunity to take my startup to a valuation of £1 million. So as a young child growing up, I always knew I was going to be an entrepreneur. It's nothing new. It's not something that just came to me overnight. It's something that I've known. It's my destiny. It's something that I've known I'm going to achieve. And I'm just on the path to fulfilling my own duty and fulfilling my own destiny as I'm moving forward. And if you feel similarly, then you're definitely in the right place. You're definitely somewhere where you can watch someone like myself actually go through and follow through and succeed in what I'm about to do. Watch this space. Watch this space. So again, we're going to do this in just 2 years, 0 to 1 million. Now you might be wondering, how the hell are you going to do that? Well, first of all, you need to know about the foundations. So you need to understand that it's 2024 and we live in a time with an immense amount of resources. So I'd say the 11 key resources. Time. You need to utilize time effectively. Money. We all know how the saying goes, money makes money. If you don't have money to invest, then it's going to be much harder for you to make those steps and make those strides forward. Next, intelligence. Making the right decisions. Intelligence. It's crucial moving forward. It's crucial to learning from your mistakes. Your skills, so sales, marketing, people skills, soft skills. Yeah, that's predominantly it for skills. Until you get more technical into, say, your industry. So for example, me as a developer, my skills would also be developing, problem solving, whatever you want to call it, and your knowledge in general. So market knowledge, your knowledge of history, recognizing pattern, being familiar with game theory, networking. So your network is your net worth. That is a fact. Who you know will help your pockets grow. Remember that one. Remember that one. If you don't have a good network that's building you up, that's making you be a better person, if your network isn't inspiring you, then you're in the wrong network. You need to remember that. Who you know makes your pockets grow. Creativity. So given the scenario that you're currently in, how can you utilize what's around you? How can you make the most of your situation? Creativity. Discipline. How resolved are you? How committed to the mission can you remain? Discipline. It's not the thoughts that make a man, it's the actions. And your actions are only built through discipline. Remember that one. I'm spitting here. Opportunities. So where you're actually located, where you're situated, will also massively play a role in how successful you can be. For instance, if you are in a third world country, somewhere in the middle of Africa, in comparison to being dead in the middle of London, you will have far more opportunities being in London. However, it's still 2024. The internet exists, so I don't really want that to be an excuse for some people, because it's doable. Everything is doable. You just have to put your mind to it and you can achieve. Risk management. I put my hands up here, like this is one I struggle with sometimes as well. But risk management. How well can you handle risks? How well can you take calculated risks? This one's crucial. Technology. Everyone needs to leverage technology. AI is free. ChatGPT is free. If you're not using AI to leverage any sort of ventures that you're doing, even your day-to-day activities, you're behind. See it as a tool. See it as an extension of yourself that you can freely utilize for free. Come on now. Reputation. If you have a reputation that already precedes you, then opportunities will come to you. Think about that one. Finally, good health. If you're not in good health, you can't even begin to make ways to being successful. But at the end of the day, remember, health is wealth. And that's the baseline of it. Everyone wants to be in good health. Now, in order to take my startup to a valuation of 1 million, the key things that I'm going to be focusing on is creating an A team of star players. So my team is going to predominantly be remote. I currently have 2 people lined up to hire, and they are exceptional. Shout out to Anthony and Shabam. Great guys. But yeah, the key thing will be making sure that everyone has a unified vision. Everyone understands the assignment. Everyone knows what the end goal is. Because if you have a team which is going left, right, you're not in unison, you're not aligned, and anything that isn't aligned can't make its destination. For instance, if you're driving a car, one wheel's facing left, one wheel's facing right, the whole steering is misaligned. You're not making it to your destination. So your team needs to be solely aligned on your vision, and you as a leader need to guide them towards that. And that's what I'll be doing with my team. And most importantly, any startup should be results orientated. You need to have amazing results, as in the work must speak for itself, and that will grow your startup. So instead of having to spend and dish out a shitload of money on marketing, your results should does the marketing for you. So good products sell themselves. Shit products need a bunch of marketing. So that's one thing I'm really going to embody and take into stride whilst I'm growing my startup and getting to that 1 million valuation. Okay, if you haven't already, again, I'd like to remind everyone, like, comment and subscribe on the channel. We need to get this thing moving. If you want more content from me, then you're gonna have to acknowledge me. So yeah, just a bit about myself and my journey so far, and how I've actually arrived to having a startup and wanting to take it from £0 to 1 million. I was in university at the age of 18 years old. I did physics in my first year and I wasn't feeling it at all. Like I hated uni, I'll be honest with you. I dropped out after like 3 months, and after that I was in a big time relationship with Mary J. Every other day I was in a big relationship with Mary J, and that went on for like about a year. And then I slapped myself around the face and I told myself, Miles, you need to do better. This isn't what you're here for. You've got a mission to accomplish and you've got a duty to fulfill. And that's when I first got the concept and the idea to actually launch my design agency as a startup, and actually build onto it and build different products, which I won't speak about yet, not in this video anyways. What I'm building for the future is to come in different videos, and you'll be excited to know about it. I went back to uni around the age of 21, 20, something like that. And again, I'm not much of a uni guy. This time I did computer science. Yeah, I've got a developing background. I already know how to code pretty much. I learned from YouTube, if you're wondering. You can learn anything from YouTube, just about. And again, I flunked first year. We're not going to talk about that. Yeah, I redid it. And I have a much bigger focus on my startup anyways, because at the end of the day, you don't need a degree to be a businessman. You don't need a degree to be a CEO, and you don't need a degree to be a founder. It's all about what's in your noggin, and it's all about if you can market, get people together, and sell. That's it. Remember that. Remember that. For anyone that's young, just remember that. It doesn't matter if you're 13 and it doesn't matter if you're 60. Everyone has the capabilities to be a founder and a businessman. As long as you have the resilience and you can handle the bullshit that life will throw at you, you'll be rewarded in return. Remember that. I started the business back in September, October, where I made a few websites for friends, and then I've done no real marketing. It's spread by word of mouth and referrals, and that's how it's predominantly been going. The profits for the business are still under 10,000, so we have a long way to go. We got a very long way to go, but in this 2 years, watch this space, we will fulfill it. So as of today, I've been having numerous problems with the business. So I've been having trouble hiring. Developers are very tricky to hire in my experience so far. They will give you headache. There's some forces out there that are really trying to slow down my business. My main domain got suspended, but you can't stop me just like that. You're gonna have to kill me before I stop. So what we've done, we bounced back. We've got a new domain, eve.works, formerly Eve Lab, eve.works. We're now in the building. So moving forward, to actually make the £1 million valuation mark, I'm going to be focusing on these 3 things over the next 2 years. Number 1, team building. Number 2, which is probably the top of the list, sales. And number 3, marketing. My startup's going to be positioned as a web design agency that's going to cater to specifically startups as a partner. The reason I'm choosing startups is because I like startups in general. My business is a startup itself, and I like interesting businesses with founders that are really visionary. They're on a mission as well, and they really have a good idea of what they want to achieve, and they really want to grow. So those are the type of people that I want to partner with. And in terms of marketing now, that's going to be one of the pains in my arse. Like, that's probably at this moment in time my biggest weakness, which I will overcome and conquer. So we're going to stick with the nitty gritty basics. Cold calls. You can't mess with cold calls. It's simple. Generate a lead list. Make sure they're in your niche. Call them up. Give them value. Build that relationship. Get that sale. That's the name of the game, but it's way easier said than done. Way easier said than done. I mean, it will most likely take a high volume, but I'm going to document that in future videos, and so you can all see the process of what I'm doing. Another thing is finding out where my target audience is actually chilling around at. So I'm going to be looking at probably different forums, different places online, different communities, and I'm just going to make a presence there to make myself known and to really market myself and what I'm offering to these startups. Another thing that I'll be doing is actually going to events where I can find startups, business owners, or anyone that's really in need of a web design or redesign of their website. Next, sales. Sales is king, and that is a fact of business, and that's something we can't run from. Now, sales is just making sure that the person you're selling to knows that they will 100% get the desired outcome that they expect, plus more. So I'm a big fan of over-delivering on what I'm trying to give a client. And finally, team building. Now, so in order to make sure that my startup will be valued over 1 million or at 1 million, a strong, tight-knit team will be essential. Because at the end of the day, it's not me that's the business. It's not what we create that's the business. It's the team that really keeps the business going and keeps the startup going. And that's why it's going to be crucial that my team is world class. And that's what I'm doing as I build up. So again, as a leader, it's going to be my complete responsibility to ensure that all of the cogs in the system like connect together and really do what the startup's destined to do, and we can achieve the results for not just for the startup but for the clients that we work with. I'm gonna wrap that up. Again, if you've been watching as well until the very end, thank you very much. If you'd like a website yourself, then eve.works is the domain name. Look us up. We can help you. Anyone that's a startup, anyone that has an interesting idea, we can help you. Talk to me and through different variables of your business and whatnot. Furthermore, if you're on your own journey and you have any tips, comments, or want to give feedback on what's happening, then just drop it in the comments. Moreover, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to put my socials in the bio as well, so be sure to follow me. And yeah, see you next time.